Clane, heads up. I'm going straight home after I hit the slots for a little while. You think you can go back to the office before me? I'm exhausted. Thanks for working so hard. What? What in the world are you thinking? You're going gambling during office hours? Have you lost your mind, man? Forget it. Let's go back to work together. You can definitely not be gambling right now. You can get in a lot of trouble if anyone finds out. No, come on. We still have another hour before we have to be in the office. Don't be such a stickler. Let loose a little. Besides, if we go to work now, there won't be anything for us to do. It'd be better just to kill some time and head home. Absolutely not. There is never a reason to skip work, especially just to go gambling. I won't allow it. Even if I did, it would be a bad look if our clients saw you gambling. You could get us in a lot of trouble over that. Oh, come on, Clane. I know you hold more seniority over me, but you're being way too strict over this. Don't be so lame. That's not, you'll never get ahead in the world no matter how much time goes by. Especially in the company. You need to let loose from time to time. What? Hey, just what are you getting at? Please don't try and act like you don't know. It's embarrassing. Fine, if you're gonna make me say it. You have been at the company for so long, and yet you are a useless employee who can't do anything right. In such a small company, don't you think such an employee would stand out? You're so incompetent. Hey, I have more experience than you. Don't try to make a fool out of me. I have been around so long. Are you really gonna look down on that? Hey, it's the truth, isn't it? I know you have more seniority over me, but take me out of the equation. It's just a matter of time, don't you think? Besides, I graduated from a prestigious college. I was told it would be a smart idea to work here after graduating. So I decided why not? Especially here, I can quickly become a manager. That's why you should talk to me with respect from now on. It's a good idea for you to get used to it now rather than later. Gosh, do you even hear yourself? All you do is go on and on and on. Do your work however you see fit. That is up to you, but don't go as far as to make fun of your colleagues. Of course, to get ahead, it takes a lot of hard work, but in a small company like ours, your personality and how you treat others go a long way too. Wow, that's quite well said from someone who has and will never get ahead around here. What a joke. You really tried to make me laugh, didn't you? No, that definitely was not my intention at all. You say you only joined the company because you think you would be able to rise through the ranks quickly? Naturally, it'll be easy. The manager here already seems like he's senile. I plan on taking over the entire company pretty soon. Mark my words. Are you disrespecting the manager? Am I hearing you correctly? Well, it'll be my company soon enough anyway, so don't worry about it. Now that you've heard what I've had to say and know my plan, what do you think I should do about the manager? Well, ex-manager. How dare you? You graduated a great college. Is this how they taught you to be? Is this the kind of personality that they wanted you to have in the corporate world? That's right. Besides, everyone else around here only graduated from high school, didn't they? And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you only graduated from high school too, Clane. Times have changed. That won't cut it anymore. There is no way I would lose in any way to a bunch of slackers like you or the rest of the lazy ones in the company. You don't know anything. All you are doing is running off at the mouth and trying to hurt people. I was able to pick up how things are around here right from the start. I understood immediately that this company has such a low level of talent. Especially you, Chief Clane. You are so low and awful at this job. It's unbelievable, really. So I am just slow and incompetent at my job, you say? I see. Not to mention how poor you are. For lunch, you always order from such cheap places, or buy your lunch from gas station convenience stores. It's sad to see you walk around outside with your poor little lunches in hand. Just how poor are you? Well, I guess I don't have much money to blow given my situation. That's what I thought. My senior Clane, who has never gotten anywhere in the company. How much is your salary? Couldn't be any more than 50 grand at most. You should get on your knees and beg for someone like me to teach you a thing or two. Really? Well then, please do. I guess it can't be helped. Hey, Clane, what's wrong with you? Did you learn something from that new employee, Bill? Is he teaching you something about your job? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he kept boasting and bragging about how an elite like him can learn the job so quickly. I think the manager should be careful of him too.
What? What do you mean? Is everything okay with the manager?
That guy, he plans on taking the manager's spot and simply take the company over himself one day. That's what he said anyway. He said something about it being a new era and those with college degrees outclass all of us who only graduated from high school here.
Oh man, I knew it. So it looks like just a high school diploma just doesn't cut it anymore.
That's right. That is why I'm telling you this. All of us around here only have a high school education. That is why Bill was beaming with confidence during his interview. I have a bad feeling about him. We need to watch our backs.
Yeah, it's a shame. Someone with such confidence should be a good addition to our company, not the opposite, right? To me, someone should be able to use that charm over others to help elevate them. But Bill isn't doing that at all. Give me a break.
I'm not mad or anything like that, but he said I'm slow and bad at my job, and I would never make it anywhere with the company. It was a little upsetting is all. What's even worse is he was making fun of the manager. What should we do?
What should we do? We should get him fired.
Fired? No, that won't work. That's not enough. That guy graduated from a top university. If we get him fired now, he would probably just get rehired in no time with his college background. I can't risk that.
Man, Clayne, you really are mad at this guy.
Of course. I have been doing nothing but dealing with this guy's screw-ups and mistakes since last month. He has the nerve to tell me I am bad at my job, and yet I have been looking after him like he's a pet this entire time.
I understand how you feel. You should be made the manager soon anyway. This way you can punish Bill as you see fit. You can deal with him any way you choose.
Thanks for saying that. I appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, how is your daughter doing? I've been thinking about her recently.
Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. She has surgery next week, so we just have to wait until then.
I see. It must be so hard for you. You must be so worried about her. How are things with your finances? Is everything okay in that regard? With surgery costs and hospital costs, it ends up being pretty costly, right?
Everything is fine. With my salary, I'm just getting by. Somehow I'm managing. But my wife had to end up taking a job. We intend on getting through this together.
My goodness, I'm so sorry you have to go through this, especially with this new employee causing you so much grief.
You can say that again. I can really use a break for his nonsense at a time like this. Well, at least it seems like he's become a decent colleague for now, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I try to check up on him here and there too. I hope you're able to do something about him.
Yep, don't worry. I plan on it.
Hey, where are you? I was in the middle of teaching you how to do the job properly.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just hitting the slots for a little while.
Slots? Right now? Are you kidding me? It's the middle of the workday. This is exactly why no matter how much time goes by, you will never be anything but a low-level worker here. How many times do I have to keep telling you that?
Wait a second. Don't you hit up the slot machines too during work hours too, Bill?
That's because I'm great. Unlike you, someone with no talent shouldn't even think about skipping work for any reason. I won't allow it. You keep this up, I will fire you immediately right after I become the manager. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Go ahead and try. Just try to do it, you idiot.
What? How dare you talk to me like that? I am teaching you how to do your job properly, the right way. Don't you understand that?
You really exhaust me, but I will let you in on a secret. I was the company's previous manager.
What are you talking about? What is this all of a sudden? What kind of world are you living in? You can't do your job at all. What fantasy are you trying to escape to?
Nope, that isn't it at all. My job title here is the previous manager. But with this being such a small company and the fact that I don't have much interest in a managerial position, I gave the position to another colleague.
No way. If that's the case, there is no way I wouldn't know anything about it.
That's right. I am a bit surprised you don't know anything about it. But if you don't believe me, try asking your other colleagues.
Wait a second. Are you telling me all of the other workers around here know you were the old manager?
Of course they do. How dense can you be?
But I was just teaching you how to do your job. Everyone saw me doing that, even while knowing you are the previous manager of the company?
Yep, seems that way.
You are such a lame previous manager.
What do you mean by that?
Everyone knew you used to be a manager and yet no one said anything, right? It looks like no one had any faith in you at all. I told you, you're nothing more than a worthless worker around here.
No, once again, you are mistaken. The worthless worker here is you, Bill.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
This morning, the client that was left to you came here to get in touch with you. The goods you promised them never got delivered. What happened there?
What? What do you mean they weren't delivered?
I'm asking you if you had the goods sent to them or not. What is the answer?
Oh, crap! I'm sorry, I completely forgot all about it.
We had to run around dealing with that issue all day today. We had to put out your fire once again, Bill. Your other colleagues had to deal with it, and apparently I now have to teach you how to do your job properly.
You mean everyone was stuck cleaning up my mess all day today?
That's right. All the while they watched you treat me terribly and try to explain the job to me with such an inflamed ego.
Why wouldn't you tell me that earlier? That is the worst. How embarrassing. I almost can't handle it.
Oh, but that's not all. There is more. You have a big mouth and are always talking so obnoxiously. You constantly make mistakes, and you often don't show up when you're supposed to. It seems not just me, but everyone around here thinks you may not be such a good fit.
What? I don't want to hear that from you. Someone as depressing as you're nothing but a worthless old manager at a low-level company.
Oh yeah, this company is so low on the corporate totem pole? Well, if it is such a low-level company as you say, then why did you become a part of it?
Well, even if I did, that doesn't matter. That doesn't change the fact that you're a loser, and you'll never be any better. You always wear such cheap and ugly suits. You always eat such cheap, gross food, and you always go home right on time.
Sure, say whatever you want. It doesn't affect me anymore.
I will. And let me also say this. How dare someone like you preach to someone as great as me? Who do you think you are? I am an elite in society. Unlike you, I graduated from a prestigious college. I am nothing like you, you high school graduate.
So you think you understand everything? Is that so?
What? Oh no, hold on a second. Is that you, manager?
That's right. And I'll have you know, it was Klein and I who built this company together from the ground up. Ever since then, he has been supporting me running this company. What could someone who has only been here a year like you understand?
What? Well...
No. Answer me. What do you think you know about this situation? About our company? About Klein?
What do I know? Well, Klein is just so depressing, isn't he? Every time he talks, he's just so uninteresting. It's so tough to deal with such a person.
Recently, Klein hasn't been himself, and the reason why is because his daughter has been sick.
What, really? But no one ever told me anything about that.
Next week, she'll be having surgery. It's quite complicated, unfortunately. It's not an illness that can be cured by just ordinary means. To raise money for the surgery and hospital costs, he got a part-time job to work after he finishes up at this place for the day. Just like you said, this is just a small company, and for that reason we can't afford to give him a larger salary, even if I am ashamed of it.
Are you serious about all of that? I am really sorry. I had no idea about any of this.
And in the middle of all of this, he has to deal with everything you're putting him through. If you do something wrong, shouldn't he scold you? Isn't that how it works? He is your superior, after all. You even went as far as to gamble and play the slots during work hours? Isn't that right?
Oh, no. So you know about that. Well,
That's right. There aren't any secrets between Klein and me. We keep nothing from each other. You say he's straight-laced and boring, but he is the type to deal with all of that and still gets his work done. He's the type of person you should look down on. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. I am really sorry.
Fine. Now on to the next topic, regarding your punishment. I was really gonna leave it to Klein, but as manager here, I decided I will have to make the call.
I'm fired, right? It's only natural after all of this.
What are you saying? If you think simply firing you is the answer, you are greatly mistaken.
What do you mean? I'm not fired? You did nothing but look down on this company, committed several horrible acts, and treated everyone disrespectfully. I know all about it, especially how you used company money for your gambling adventures. What? No, that's not true. With that information alone, I could fire you. I can also sue you and have you reimburse me in damages. But that's just too boring. It's not enough. You can work in the rural area. What? Rural area? But this company isn't the main branch in New York. A longtime colleague of mine has a company in the rural region of New York. Recently, he's in need of more workers to help assist him. It's really strenuous physical labor. It's hard to get such young people to work there, let alone stay on for longer than just a few months. Physical labor? Did you say physical labor? Go there right now, immediately. Do you regret what you did? Are you sorry for how you acted here? Then prove it to me. If you try to wiggle out of your responsibility, I won't excuse your behavior. No, but it makes no difference if you like it or not. If you don't go, I will just fire you and sue you for embezzlement. You aren't getting out of this. You can repent on what you did and at least have a chance to make things right. So what will it be? What will you do? Fine, I understand. I'll do it. All right. Well, let's start quickly. Next week, you will go there and start. That is the end of the discussion. Wait, but I graduated from college. Staying here would be a much better use of my knowledge and skills rather than going to work at your friend's company. You still just don't get it. Since you started here, I was able to figure out what kind of person you are just by observing you. You are around the level of an incredibly low-level worker. After that, Bill was sent to the factory in the rural region of New York where he lived and worked. The factory was known for its harsh working environment. It wasn't just a factory, but it was also a mining factory as well. I was worried about Bill being able to continue, but for about a month, it looked like he was still going strong. However, after 2 or 3 months passed, he frequently tried to contact the manager to return back to work. He would ask for forgiveness, especially because he has been working so hard for so long. He sounded like a spoiled kid. Of course, after only 2 or 3 months, the manager shouldn't forgive him. There were several times where Bill would call the manager screaming. Then after that, he stopped and the call suddenly came to an end. With curiosity piqued, the other company was reached out to get in touch with Bill. Bill said, to elevate your status here, you can't avoid hard work. The company wants to see conviction and enthusiasm shown from their workers. Putting aside one's motivation and incentive, taking the initiative and working hard is what is truly impressive. From now on, I have a feeling Bill will be cheered on and rooted for. Also, my daughter's surgery was successful and she's now completely healthy. Now I think the manager and I will be able to do our best for the company too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye.
Tell me, who put you in charge of this store anyways? You probably don't even have a permit to run a business here to begin with.
What was the issue anyways? You do realize that the scene you caused made all of my other customers leave, right? Why would you do that? Not to mention, you made a massive mess of my store too.
This was all your fault for running a business without any of our permission. I'll let you off the hook with minimal damage for now, since this was your first warning. But don't think I'd go easy on you if this ever happens again.
Wait, our permission? Who exactly are you talking about? Besides, I've gotten full permission from the town hall, which was approved a while back.
Don't tell me you really don't know who I am. I can't believe how brain dead you are.
I'm sorry, but I'd never even heard of you until recently. You're one of the moms whose kid goes to the same kindergarten as my daughter, right? I don't really see how that relates to all of the abuse that you've thrown my way.
Excuse me, but I'm Katie Carter. And I'll have you know that I'm the one that rules over this entire district. I guess you didn't know, but I'm the daughter of the head of the gang that rules this area. Ever heard of the Carter Group? So you better watch what you say to me.
The Carter Group? I'm sorry, but that doesn't ring a bell at all. Are you sure you're not making all of this up just to make me give in to you? You know I'm not going to get scared when I'm clearly in the right in this situation.
Trust me, you won't be saying that when you find out the truth. Though I suppose you are an outsider that only recently moved into the neighborhood. It's not surprising that you haven't heard of us. The Carter Group are the biggest organization in this area. There's not a single soul other than you here that hasn't heard of us. We're a very secretive organization, so I'm sure none of our information has been passed around outside this city. And don't bother trying to search our name up on the internet either. That's completely out of the question.
And you're just going around and telling a nobody like me about your secretive organization? I don't think that's entirely smart on your end.
I'm telling you this because it seems like the message isn't getting into your head. I'm the daughter of the leader, and that's common knowledge in this town. So if you want your little business to keep operating, then hurry up and hand over the monthly fee to me. You don't want what happened today to happen again, right?
Why would I have to pay you even when I've gotten official permission from the city council? You know this is just extortion, right? And besides, all you've done is tell me about some grandiose gang that supposedly exists somewhere around here, but I don't really know if I believe you or not.
Fine. Don't take my word for it then. Don't come crying to me when you end up in a world of pain. Besides, just ask any of your neighbors the next time you see them. I guarantee they'll know the wrath of the Carter Group right away.
Why do I have to do that when you're clearly the one breaking the rules here? I can go to the city council with you if you'd like. We can organize it all there. But you're suggesting I should instead ask my neighbors about some urban legend of a crazily scary gang group, right?
Obviously, they think we're like an urban legend when there haven't been any witnesses of us. I mean, the moment someone finds out about us, it'll be the last day they live.
And you've told me this information, meaning I should start counting my days down? Sorry, I'm not really buying it. If what you're saying is the truth, then it seems like your group is less of a criminal organization and just a bunch of ruthless assassins.
Look, I don't need to explain any more than I already have, all right? Just stop arguing with me and do as I say if you don't want to get hurt. You understand?
No. Let's keep this conversation going. Tell me more about this secret organization that you seem to be in charge of. Which areas does this Carter Group rule over anyway? Do you have a secret handshake?
Why should I have to tell you any of that? I'm telling you, we're a secret organization. Do you want your life to be over? Because if you keep digging for information, the only thing you'll be digging is your own grave.
The only thing I'm getting from all of this is that there is this mysterious Carter Group gang that your dad just so happens to be in charge of. And they just coincidentally have no witnesses or connections to any other gangs in any neighboring cities. Do you get where my suspicions come from?
What are you trying to get at? Stop trying to pry into secretive information about our gang. I'm saying this for your sake. The fear has gotten to you in actuality, hasn't it? You're just bluffing and trying to play it off like this doesn't mean anything to you.
Right. In actuality, it's just you and a group of thugs pretending to be a big-time gang group, isn't it? No wonder I'd never even heard of them from the very beginning. I guess there's nothing to be worried about then. In fact, maybe you should start worrying about your own safety. If this goes to the police that you've been extorting businesses, I don't know how that'd end for you.
This is your last warning. We both know very well that you don't want to go out like this.
Sure. I mean, I've never even heard of your supposed gang anyways. I'm not scared in the slightest. I'll be going back to continuing my business now. Thank you for the warning, but I've heard enough. Oh, and make sure to get the money prepared for the repairs at my shop. I'll be taking legal action if you don't.
Remember this. I'll show you exactly what happens to people like you who don't listen and don't pay the fees.
Hey, Dad. I have a bit of a question. What's wrong, kiddo? Did something happen to you? Oh, no. It's nothing like that. I just wanted to ask if you knew a gang by the name of the Carter Group. Apparently, they run this area from the shadows or something, but it doesn't ring a bell for me at all. Carter? I'm sorry, but I've got no clue. Don't tell me this group attacked you. Well, sort of, yeah. I was just working at my shop as usual, and this woman comes in and destroys my property saying she was the daughter of the boss of the Carter group. What did you just say? And she said if I didn't want to deal with her again, I'd have to pay off a monthly fee to run my business. I know she's one of the mothers of a kid that goes to the same kindergarten as my daughter, but she was going off about how much of a big deal she was. Look, I don't know any Carter group. That means they don't exist. I'm sure it was all a bluff. She's conning you. Why would there be some secret violent gang in a tiny town like yours to begin with? You're right. I just wanted confirmation from you. Thanks, Dad. I'm glad that's all cleared up. No worries. But you said your shop got torn down by this woman, right? Are you all right? Oh yeah, I'm totally fine. It's just she knocked over a few chairs and broke them as well, and damaged the walls a little bit. It's nothing serious, but I'm going to make sure that I get money from her to cover any damages that came from this whole thing. Don't worry about me, Dad. Everything is under control. And this woman did all of that just by herself? Yeah, I guess she didn't really know who she was messing with. She was really trying to get me to believe that this criminal organization existed, too. She was desperate to get me to cave. I'm sure her father is just some thug that tries to portray himself as some powerful crime boss or something. And they thought that if they kept saying their group was this hidden private organization, then they wouldn't need any evidence to prove their story. All right, tell me. What's this woman's name? Oh, 1 second. I don't remember off the top of my head. She kept yapping on and on after all. I got it. Her name is Katie Carter. Don't tell me you're going to do something to her. No, don't worry about that. I just want to do some investigation on my end, that's all. It's been a while since I've had to deal with something like this after all. I was getting a little bored, if anything. I'll send a bit of a message to the father of this Katie you speak of. He might have bitten off more than he can chew. There's no need to go through all of the trouble. I mean, I'm sure she'll be back soon enough. Oh, better yet. Why don't I set it up so she brings her dad along too? That might be a funnier way to end things, right? All right. I might as well come by and have a coffee at yours to watch this unfold then. It's been a while since I've visited after all. Okay. But pretend to be a normal customer, okay? I don't want the people in the store to feel frightened. I'm already past all of that life. You know this. I'll be there in a t-shirt and shorts. Though I guess going by myself might cause a bit of a hassle, so I'll bring some younger ones along too. Okay, but please have them all dress in casual clothes, got it? And keep it on the down low, please. I don't want the other customers getting weird ideas, okay? You're worrying too much. Don't worry about it. I'll have it all sorted. Okay then. Well, thanks for going through with all of this. I appreciate it, Dad. Don't worry about it. I'm always here for you. You've been through a lot just because you're my daughter, while I was working for the family. The Mafia is no place for a kid. There's nothing I could ever do to fully apologize to you for all that I put you through. I'm just trying to do my part. If you need help with a rude customer, then that's exactly what I'll assist you with. Thanks. I really mean it, Dad. This store means the world to me, after all. All right. Well, I'll get in touch with this woman and set everything up. I'll see you tomorrow at my cafe, all right? Got it. Stay safe. Look, Miss Carter, I thought about the conversation we had, and I've come to the conclusion that I won't be paying you the money. Huh? Are you insane? Don't tell me you want my gang to take you out. Well, not exactly. In fact, I like what I'm doing right now. It's just that your empty threats don't scare me. I'll just continue to work at my cafe just like usual, and I won't be paying you a single cent for doing that. And if this continues, then I will be notifying the authorities about your blackmail attempts. That's a very bold claim, don't you think? Are you really trying to accuse me of blackmail? Do you know who you're messing with? I'm the daughter of the boss of the Carter Group.
So hurry up and give me 300 grand tomorrow when I come into your little store. Then I'll let you off the hook.
All right, I'll be waiting. Feel free to come in at any time. There's a special someone I want you to meet with.
Who are you talking about? Are you trying to use bluffs to get me to back off? That won't work on me, you understand?
Oh, you're going to love this. I'll be introducing you to a real crime boss. If I remember correctly, your dad is also one of those, right? So I guess this will just be a normal Tuesday for someone like you.
Oh, wait. You're going to introduce me to a crime boss? You're not going to try and convince me that you're the daughter of a mafia don too, are you? Why would someone as innocent-looking as you even have any connections to the mafia? Think before you make any grandiose claims. Why would I believe you in the first place?
God, that was the funniest thing I've heard all day. I wasn't joking at all. Though I'll leave it up to you if you want to believe my words or not. Well, either way, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Just you wait. I'm going to make you regret all of this.
All right, Katie. Tell me, where exactly are you off to? I thought we were going to have a civilized chat today about the issues you have with my store.
Well, I just thought of something I need to do.
Don't lie to me. You brought your dad along, too, but he was the first to bolt out of the store. What got into you both? Just kidding. I know exactly why you two wanted to leave immediately. I set the whole thing up. Oopsie.
Wait, so who were those men at your store anyway? Why did my dad panic and dash out of the cafe when he saw them? I know I'm missing something, so please tell me.
Those are the men I want to introduce to you as the real deal. You were going around talking big about your dad, so I thought it'd be the right thing for me to do the same. My dad is retired now, but he was the head of the family for many years. Also, we don't go around calling ourselves mafia.
Your dad was? There's no way! How did I not know about this?
I guess your intuition failed you, huh?
But hold on. How does any of this make any sense? I've done my research of the gang organizations that took over this area in the past. And the mafia organization that ruled this area was run by a man named Jones Walter. But your last name is Thornton.
That would be because Jones Walter was the first leader of our group. My father was the third leader. That's why you're getting your facts all mixed up. Seems like you only researched on the surface level and didn't bother to dig deep. If the police can't figure out the inner workings of the family, how would you?
Whatever. Fine. I'll get my strongest members of the Carter group to beat all of your men up. Just you wait.
That's a nice one. I'd love to see you try. How are you going to beat up my dad's men? Especially when their leader, your dad, is being captured in my cafe right now. You're a little too late, Katie.
Wait, are you for real? Why did you have to capture him?
Well, you initiated the attack by pretending to be a violent gang, so we thought we'd show you what the real deal was like. Right now, your father is in the basement with my dad. He's interrogating him right now, and it seems like we just found out some juicy news. You'll love this. The Carter Group was never a criminal organization to begin with.
You're joking?
Seems like your father was nothing more than a sad excuse of a street thug. He was trying to act big around all of the normal civilians that didn't know any better and use their fear in order to pretend to be something larger than what he really was. And from the looks of things, it seems as if he used that fear in people in order to eat free at a bunch of the restaurants in town.
There's no way that's true. Why would my father have to lie to me like that? The Carter Group exists. This is just another one of your bluffs in order for me to give up on pursuing you. Obviously, it'd be hard to find information on an organization as secretive as ours. Of course your dad couldn't find anything.
Well, have you seen any of this hidden information you keep talking about? Do you know any of the information about the members? Their hideouts?
Why would I tell you any of that? I keep telling you, all of this is top secret. We have a bunch of the top assassins in the world, as well as links to the military. That's why no one knows about us. instance, we'll leave no witnesses alive.
Hold on. You're telling me you truly believe that? Oh, that's classic. A middle schooler could make a better lie than that. I don't want to shatter your dreams or anything any further, so if you want to believe in this secret organization of yours, then feel free to. Anyways, you should make it your first priority to get back here so you can do something about your father. He is being interrogated as we speak, after all.
Hold on a second. Violence is never the answer. And what am I going to be able to do even if I do get there?
Well, you could always pay off the debt you owe me in terms of all of the repairs for my store. I've got the documents ready, so all I need is your signature.
Okay. How much will it be in total?
Let's see here. How does 800 grand sound to you? I'm not joking either. Damage charges are much more expensive than you might think. I got a lawyer to organize it all.
Well, what if I told you I wasn't going to pay that sort of money to you?
I wonder what will happen. My father is not some sleazy thug. You really don't want to get on his wrong side. Oh, right. Your father is a mafia boss, huh? Sorry. Maybe I should go warn my father.
If your dad were to face the true wrath of the Carter Group, he'll be annihilated. Are you sure you want that to happen?
Annihilated? No. Go for it. I know no such organization exists, after all. If you truly do believe in this Carter Group's existence, then you can just sit back and enjoy whatever you're doing without coming back here.
Right! I believe in my dad's power, and he'll put an end to all of you. You hear me?
Gotcha, sure. Well, I wish him the best of luck.
I'll call the police if you do anything to my father. You got that?
Go right ahead. In fact, why don't you do it right now? Then we can all have a good chat and settle all of these issues at once. Oh, we should bring up the fact that you and your dad were blackmailing people for their money to the police too.
Ugh! Will you shut up? If you do something to my dad, you'll pay. My dad's gang will destroy everything in your life. You hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Alright, to update you on the basement situation, your dad was begging for forgiveness from my father. Seems like he had been in debt by around 200 grand over the years. Can you believe it?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I told you the whole story. Please keep up. I'm saying that your father pretended to be mafia and extorted that much money's worth of food over the years from the various restaurants here. Vile, isn't he? So my father forced him to go to every single restaurant he did this to and beg for forgiveness. Obviously, he'll be returning all of that money eventually, too.
Ugh! The Carter Group won't take this lightly. You'll all pay for doing this!
Well, too bad for you and your dad, but none of these men of yours came by to save him. Well, now it's your turn, Katie. You'll be doing exactly what your dad experienced.
Hold on. What?
You tried to spread your terror all throughout the parents of the kindergarten your child goes to, right? Trying to get others to pay for you, or trying to get special treatment so the caregiver will look after your child more. I know about everything.
Well, those things may have happened, but those people understood too. It was a two-way interaction.
You sound like you need to be disciplined. And quite harshly, too. You're having coffee with Mrs. Smith from kindergarten right now, aren't you? Even though your dad is being interrogated all this time. You sure are carefree.
Wait, how do you know that?
Because Mrs. Smith is on our side with this whole situation. Seems like she has quite the mouthful to say to you, too. I mean, you've extorted quite the sum of money from her. So she's in the right in this case. Obviously, she wanted to team up to take you down.
Ugh, that traitor.
It looks like everyone you've lied to has slowly but surely started to realize that all you have been spouting is lies. No one is going to be on your side anymore going forward.
No! The Carter Group exists! I know that!
Okay, I'm not denying that anymore. Anyways, I'll be waiting in front of my store. I expect to see you there very shortly. You better be prepared for this, because you'll be apologizing to every single person you've made a fool of over these years.
You're really doing this, are you? You're going to make an enemy of the Carter Group. There's no turning back for you.
Drop the act already. Why would a plain-looking person like you have links to the Mafia of all people? Afterwards, Katie was taken away by our group's van and was sent around the entire neighborhood, being forced to apologize for all of the disruption she had caused over the years. Not to mention, the total amount she owed overall exceeded 100 grand. And while not as pricey as what her dad owed, it was a heavy loan nonetheless for one person. In addition to that, she had the money she owed me for the damages to my store too. So, just like that, her entire savings were taken from her immediately, along with her being in severe debt. This ended in Katie losing her husband, as he wanted nothing to do with this any longer. Of course, the entire time she was hoping in the back of her mind that the Carter Group would have her back, but they never once came in to help. She and her father just quietly left this town, never to be seen again. I have no clue what they're doing right now or where they are, but perhaps they're impersonating a secret criminal organization on the other side of the planet as we speak. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more stories uploaded daily.
Hey Matt, where are you right now? Are you at the station yet or not? You're not still driving, are you?
Oh, hi Rose. I actually just arrived at the station. I'm waiting for you in the car now. See you soon, honey.
Okay. Sorry, but my train ended up leaving the station a little late. It looks like I won't arrive for a while yet.
Okay, no worries. I'll just put on some music and wait in the car.
Great, I'll let you know when I'm about to arrive.
How was your culinary class? Did you make anything special?
We learned how to make ratatouille today. I think I did a pretty good job if you ask me. I can't wait for you to try it.
Ratatouille? What is that? Never even heard of it. Is that Indian food or something?
It's French, doofus. Or so I'm told. It's supposed to be really good with meat sauce. And some people eat it with pasta, apparently. It's very versatile.
So, it goes good with meat, huh? Sounds great. You'll let me try some next time you make it, right?
Yeah, no problem. I've got the recipe memorized and the teacher gave me an extra copy just in case, so I can make it anytime as long as I have the ingredients. It's full of vegetables too, so it's really healthy. Perfect dish for you, I'd say.
I'm looking forward to trying it. But wow, it's crazy, isn't it?
What is, cooking class?
You told me the other day the teacher of the class is a guy, right? Wish I could cook. I'm kind of jealous of him, you know? It's not every day you hear about a culinary class being run by another man. I mean, I can't even make toast without burning it.
Yeah, you should just stick to eating. But it's not that unusual, you know? Lots of guys are learning to cook these days. And a lot of the most famous chefs in history have been men, right? Women like a man who's good in the kitchen. Not to mention our teacher is super handsome.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's tall and thin, unlike a certain someone I know.
Well, you know they say you should never trust a skinny chef. But dang, now I'm really jealous of him. He's good at cooking, he's handsome, he gets to work surrounded by women all day, and on top of that, he has a beautiful wife, right? If it wasn't for the fact that he's already married, I'd be in trouble.
Wait, what? How do you know about his wife, huh? You've never even met him, right?
Oh yeah, you know my coworker, Barry Peterson? His wife attends the same culinary class as you, Rose, and he told me all about it based on what his wife said.
Huh, that's weird. I've never met her and I go there almost every week. For that matter, I don't think I've ever heard the name Peterson in class. Are you sure you've got the right person?
Apparently she goes on a different day than you, so I guess it's not that weird. There are a lot of students after all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. The world is a small place, huh? I gotta be more careful. Hey, you haven't heard any weird stories about me, have you?
Nah, don't worry, I haven't heard anything. Why, have you been getting up to something weird in class?
No, nothing like that. I was just curious. And you know how it is, people like to gossip, right? So when I realized someone in class might know you, I just started feeling self-conscious. I don't know, it's weird, isn't it?
I know exactly how you feel. Oh, by the way, speaking of Barry, apparently he's been helping his wife with the cooking recently. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, he used to be exactly like me a few months ago.
Yeah, I think it's great that lots more guys are learning to cook. But like I said, it's not that rare anymore, you know?
Really? Maybe I'm just a bit behind at times. I mean, I still can't do anything in the kitchen. And it's not really fair to leave all the cooking to you, is it? So, like, after Barry told me he was learning to cook, I started thinking that maybe I should too. How about it? I could come to culinary lessons with you. It might be fun.
No way, don't even think about it. It would be so awkward, don't you think? Just leave the cooking to me. You don't need to come to class.
You don't need to react like that. Anyway, I only suggested it because I wanted to be more supportive of you. Now I just feel bad.
Sorry, I guess I overreacted. But you know, whenever you eat the food I make for you, you seem really happy and you say it's delicious and stuff. Honestly, I'm satisfied just seeing your reaction, and I don't need any extra help. So just let me keep doing that for you, okay?
Yeah, your cooking is really, really great, Rose. Thank you for always making such great food for me. I really appreciate it.
And that's all I need to hear to keep my motivation. Thanks, honey.
No problem. But even if I don't start attending classes after all, I still want to meet this handsome teacher I've heard so much about. Can you introduce us?
Huh, why are you so interested?
I need to thank him for teaching you to cook so many great dishes. I've benefited from his teachings, haven't I? Albeit indirectly. Anyway, I want to see how you look at a guy who you think is handsome.
No, seriously, it would be way too awkward, I'm telling you. And he's really busy with classes, so even if you showed up, he wouldn't have time to talk to you. Anyway, there's no one in class who brings their husbands. I'd be so embarrassed if I was the only one. Trust me, it's better for both of us if you steer clear.
Alright. I didn't think you'd be so opposed to it, but I guess I can see your point. Okay, forget about it then.
Done and done. I'll be at the station in a few minutes. I'll come down to the parking lot, so stay in the car. See you in 5.
See you then. Hey, Rose, sorry, but it looks like I won't be home in time for dinner tonight. You can go ahead and eat without me.
You're eating out again tonight? That's every night so far this week.
Yeah, my bad. It looks like I won't be back until past 11 or so. If you get tired, there's no need to stay up for me. I'll be careful not to wake you up when I let myself in.
Hey, is something going on? You've been kind of weird lately. You're not hiding anything from me, are you?
What? No, of course not. I don't have anything to hide. And what do you mean by weird? I think I've been the same as usual.
No, you've definitely been acting weird. You love my cooking, don't you? You always eat the whole thing and praise me that it's delicious. So why have you been dining out every single night recently? Don't you like my food anymore? You should tell me if there's a taste or something you didn't like. I can fix it.
Babe, don't worry about that. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just that people at work keep inviting me to go get dinner with them a lot recently, and since everyone else is going, I'd feel kind of awkward being the only one left out. I swear that's all there is to it, okay?
Then what about your lunch? Even though I get up early to make you lunch specially, you always just bring it back at the end of the day. Sometimes it looks like you never even opened it in the first place.
It's just because I eat a lot whenever I get dinner with the guys, and my stomach is still full the next day. To be honest, I just don't have that much appetite recently. That's all it is, really. It's got nothing to do with your cooking.
Then why don't you just refrain from eating out as often, just for a little while? Besides, it's not like anyone is forcing you to eat so much you don't have an appetite the next day. And if you get sick, you won't be able to work anymore.
It's going to be really awkward if I'm the only one in the company who doesn't join in for dinner afterwards. They might think I'm upset at them or that I don't like spending time with them outside of work, right? And anyways, it's a good chance to impress my boss. You understand, right?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but still, you can't let them run you ragged, especially if you're going to lose your appetite and get sick. Even if it's your boss, you still have the right to refuse him.
I know. I'll make sure I don't overdo it. You don't need to worry about me.
All right, if you say so. I guess it is what it is. But the fact that you won't eat my cooking after I've gone to so much effort to make it is really upsetting, to be honest. I'm doing my best to make it healthy and delicious for you. And it's a waste to throw it in the trash.
You don't need to make enough for two. I'm not gonna eat it anyway, so it's a waste of your time. I'll just eat at work like I've been doing.
Huh? Why do you have to say it like that? You weren't going to eat it anyway, and my cooking is a waste of time? That's really rude of you, don't you think?
You know what I meant. Because of everything going on, I've left your cooking uneaten more often than I've eaten it, right? So it will be a waste of your time to go out of your way to make it when I'm unlikely to be able to eat it. That's all I meant.
But if I don't make you lunch and dinner, then you say you do want it, you'll have to go without, right?
It's fine, I can just grab something from the store on the way home. Or you can make me some instant stuff if you really want to. I don't need anything fancy. And it's stressful for me to worry about whether or not I can eat the food you prepare every day. You know what I mean.
Fine then, if that's really how you want it to be. But I'll definitely cook something special for your birthday next week.
No, that's fine. I don't need anything. You could buy a slice of cake at the store or something, I guess. I'm fine with whatever. But honestly, I don't think we even need to celebrate it. It's not a big deal.
Oh, come on. This is your birthday we're talking about. Don't tell me you don't care.
It's not that I don't care. I just mean you don't need to go to any trouble. I'm fine with something store-bought, honestly. I mean, you can make something if you really want to, I guess.
Fine, whatever. I'll figure something out. Since you said you're fine with whatever, you better not complain about what I give you, all right?
Yeah, sure. Make whatever you want.
Next time I'm at the culinary class, I'll try asking the teacher about food that's light and good for your health. He knows about all kinds of cooking, so I'm sure he can figure something out for you.
Is that so? Well, I doubt he knows anything about what I want to eat.
Of course he does. Don't be like that. What's with the attitude? You're being seriously rude today, you know? Is it because you're not feeling well?
Who knows? Anyway, I gotta get back to work. My superior is coming to check up on me. Talk to you later.
Matt, where are you? It's late. Aren't you done with work yet? The food is getting cold.
Sorry, Rose. I forgot to tell you. I'm celebrating my birthday at Barry's place with the guys from work. I don't think I'll be home tonight.
What? You never mentioned that. But I went to all this effort already. Am I supposed to just clean it up and go to bed?
Yeah, sorry, but it's probably better for you this way, don't you think? You won't have to deal with me after all.
What do you mean? Why would you say something like that?
It's true, isn't it? That's how you feel. Anyway, forget about me. Just do whatever you want.
What about the food? I prepared it specially for you after consulting the teacher at culinary class. He went out of his way to think of something for you, you know? You don't want it?
Barry's wife made us dinner, so I'm good. I was able to eat all of it too, even had seconds. I guess I just don't have any appetite for your cooking, huh?
Excuse me? What is your problem, Matt? You won't eat my cooking anymore, but you'll eat Barry's wife's cooking?
Yeah, because it was really delicious. She's a good cook.
Wait, so you don't want your own wife's cooking? I don't understand. What the hell is your problem? Why is it okay for you to eat Peterson's cooking but not mine? Is she that much better than me?
You're way off base, Rose. It's not like I wanted to eat her cooking specifically. And I've been able to eat at random restaurants and diners. So it's not like it has to be her food in particular.
So what then? Why won't you eat my cooking anymore? You better have a good explanation.
Because it makes me feel sick.
Huh? What do you mean? You don't like it?
No, I don't. Both you and your cooking make me sick to my stomach, to the point where I want to vomit. Of course I don't want to eat it anymore.
But I cook for you to make you happy. How could you say something like that? I just wanted you to eat my cooking and smile and praise me, like you always do. That's why I started going to culinary class in the first place. So how can you turn around and say my cooking makes you sick? Why are you being so cruel?
Caught you off guard, didn't I? I think you're the one who's being cruel, Rose. Making your husband eat the food that your lover taught you how to cook. And you did it with a smile on your face like it was nothing? Now that's cruel. How did it make you feel, huh?
What are you going on about? Lover? Who do you mean?
I told you, didn't I? Barry's wife attends the same culinary class as you.
Yeah, so what? What does that have to do with anything?
She saw you. She saw you kissing the teacher there after class.
That's a lie. I told you people at that class like to gossip. You shouldn't listen to her. And anyway, you said it yourself, we attend the class on different days. So how is she supposed to have seen something like that?
Apparently she left her umbrella at the class and went to pick it up the next day when she realized.
Why would you believe her? She's just your workmate's wife. You believe her word over mine. For real.
What reason would she have to make something like that up? That's even more unbelievable.
So you're just gonna take her at her word then? You really believe this vague story she told you? Am I so untrustworthy that you immediately believe I might be having an affair just because some random woman says so? I'm honestly shocked, Matt.
I'm the one who's shocked here. Why are you playing the victim?
Because I'm being accused of infidelity by my husband without any proof or anything. Who wouldn't be upset?
Here's your proof. What do you think of that? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's you and that guy kissing, isn't it? Have you recovered from your shock yet?
What is this? How did you get this picture? Who took this and when? This is an invasion of privacy.
When Barry's wife told me about your infidelity, I asked her to investigate you guys. It didn't take long for her to send me this picture. It's a good shot, isn't it? No room for misinterpretation.
Hold on a minute. There has to be a law against this. This is like stalking or something. How dare you do this to me?
Whoa, excuse me. I should be asking you that. And he's a married man, isn't he? Your teacher. So you're both cheating and you're a homewrecker. You're not in any position to attack me.
And what about you, Matt?
Huh? What about me?
You must be having an affair too, you hypocrite.
Me? What makes you say that?
Because you're eating out somewhere every day after work lately. You say you're going out with your coworkers, but I don't believe you. You don't even come home until the middle of the night? You must be cheating on me with some woman.
Were you listening? I told you I don't want to eat the food that my wife's boyfriend helped her make. So to avoid it, I just came up with a random excuse and got fast food instead.
Then how come you're never even home on your off days lately? If you just wanted to avoid my cooking, you wouldn't need to leave the house and disappear all weekend.
I told you already, it's not just your cooking. The way you were acting like everything was normal while cheating on me with your teacher made me feel sick. Even just seeing your face makes me want to puke.
Oh, so it's all my fault. You're just gonna avoid all responsibility by blaming everything on me, huh?
That's not true, Rose. I was busy. Busy investigating your affair, not to mention figuring out how to respond to it. Unlike you, I didn't have time for an affair.
What do you mean investigating? Just what are you up to, Matt?
I'm not up to anything. Just the usual stuff you'd expect. I'm going to start by divorcing you. And then I'm going to take you to court and have you pay me alimony for all the trouble you've put me through.
Alimony? Are you crazy? I'm a housewife. I can't afford to pay you alimony.
I don't care what you can or can't do, Rose. Figure it out yourself. I have enough evidence against you. You can't stop me. And I've already prepared everything I need for the divorce to go ahead. I have no reason to keep associating with you anymore. That bridge is burned. It's been rough having to keep all this to myself, not gonna lie.
Wait a minute, it's not what you think. I don't have that kind of relationship with him. He was just worried about his wife. They were having a lot of problems, you know. And I was exhausted from having to do housework.
So what, are you trying to tell me it wasn't an affair? That it didn't count?
We were just blowing off some steam. We both had a lot of stress to deal with. It wasn't anything deep. I didn't hate you or anything like that. I never meant to hurt you.
You're saying you did all this behind my back while still having feelings for me. Don't make me laugh. When you look at me like nothing is wrong while secretly cheating on me, it makes me want to throw up. I just can't take it anymore. I don't want to know your reasoning behind it. I just want it to be over.
You're really going to divorce me? What am I supposed to do then? I don't have a job. What's going to happen to me?
I don't know. Why don't you have your boyfriend take you in?
Don't be ridiculous. You know he has a wife at home. There's no way he's going to choose me over her.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. His divorce is probably in motion by now too. You're both free. Congratulations.
Wait, what? He's getting a divorce too. Don't tell me you blabbed to his wife about the affair.
Of course I did. I have no reason to hide it. She's a victim of you guys as well. I gave her all the details I knew about, as well as the evidence I showed you before, and let her know all about what course of action I'd be taking.
And what did she say?
She said she'd divorce him, and she said she'd look into suing both of you for the stress you've caused her.
You're kidding me, right? You mean I'll have to pay both of you? How am I gonna afford that?
That's the price you gotta pay for your actions. Literally. I think it's worked out pretty well, don't you? Now you'll both be free of your spouses who you betrayed, and you're both being forced to pay alimony by your exes. You two have a lot in common, huh? You should have plenty to talk about.
How could you joke about this situation? How am I supposed to survive if you divorce me? I'll be in serious trouble. It's not like I can just re-enter the workforce after all these years. Come on, don't do this to me, Matt. All this time I've done my best to be a good wife, to make you happy. You're gonna throw it all out the window because of a little affair? You're so unreasonable.
This is the natural result of your actions, Rose. Have a taste of your own medicine. After that, I went home and presented Rose with the divorce papers. Rose had already come to terms with the situation and had no more excuses for herself. The two of us divorced quickly and without any complications. I heard the culinary teacher was also unable to dodge the repercussions of his affair and was practically forced into divorcing, despite resistance. Both him and Rose are being forced to pay compensation to me and his now ex-wife. As it turns out, the culinary class was being held at a property owned by his wife's parents' house. Naturally, the property was confiscated during the divorce, and the class was discontinued. Just as Rose said, because she was a full-time housewife, she had zero financial leeway. Even after we divided up all of our assets, she struggled to pay the alimony charges, and her relationship with the culinary teacher ended shortly after our divorce. Although I have zero interest in what happens to the two of them from now on, the alimony charges continue to be paid each month, so I guess they're getting by somehow. As for me, while I definitely had a rough time initially, I've been able to move forward with the support and encouragement of Barry and Mrs. Peterson, and I'm feeling a lot more positive these days. By the way, I've started getting into cooking for myself lately, and I'm not too shabby in the kitchen if I say so myself.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, please like and subscribe and consider leaving a comment.
Hey Bianca, sorry about the late reply. I just got home now.
No problem. I know you must be tired. How's your mom doing?
The same as always. She still has to use a breathing apparatus, and I can't even tell if she's awake or asleep.
I see. That's a shame. But since you're taking the time to go and see her every day, it's bound to have a positive effect somehow. You're her son, so I'm sure she can sense that you're there.
I hope so.
You must be tired, going to the hospital every day even though you have work?
Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been able to find much time for you given all that's going on. We haven't been on a date in ages. I feel like a terrible boyfriend.
Hey, how about we go see your mom together next time?
Thanks for offering, but visiting is still restricted to family only at the moment.
Oh, really? That's too bad. By the way, there's something I wanted to ask you. Is now a good time?
Yeah, what's up?
So it's about your proposal, actually. I know it's only been a half a year since we met on that dating app, and things are moving a little fast between us. You remember I said I wasn't sure about it, right? Well, I've been thinking about it, and I've decided to think positively. I want to move forward with it, if the offer still stands.
Wait, you mean, is that a yes? For real?
For real? Let's get married, Mark.
Wow, OMG, that's unbelievable. I forgot all about my exhaustion the instant I read that. Thank you. You've made me the happiest man in the world.
Once your mom stabilizes and the situation goes back to normal, can you come and meet my parents?
Yeah, sounds great. But there is actually something I'm a little bit worried about.
What is it?
Sorry, I should have mentioned this to you sooner. My mom's illness is pretty severe, actually.
Oh, really?
I've been saving money to pay for her surgery, but I'm still really short.
Oh, I see. I guess that's to be expected.
I need to get the money together as soon as possible because her condition is worsening by the day, but I have no idea how I'm gonna do it.
Do you need me to help?
No, I couldn't possibly ask you to do that.
I mean, I'm just an office worker, so it's not like I have 100,000 saved up either. But I'm concerned that you'll overwork yourself to get the money for your mom and end up in hospital yourself, you know?
Don't worry about me. But I want my mom to be able to see my beautiful bride one day. And my dad passed away from illness a while back.
Yes, you told me. And because you have no siblings either, you have to take care of your mom all on your own. It must be hard.
Honestly, sometimes I wish I had family around so I could have someone to give me advice, you know? All I want is for my mom to get the surgery as soon as possible so she'll be well enough to attend the wedding ceremony.
Let me help you pay for the surgery. I'm gonna be part of your family from now on, right?
Thank you, Bianca. In that case, I think I'll accept your offer. Let's do our best to save Mom.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll be husband and wife soon, so we have to rely on each other. Your problems are my problems too now, and we'll solve them together.
You're too kind. Seriously.
I'm just doing what any wife would do in this situation.
I'm just really happy that someone as kind as you is gonna be my wife.
And I'm equally surprised that a great guy like you ever proposed to me in the first place.
You know what? I think I'll take you up on your offer to come and visit my mom in the hospital next time.
Are you sure? I thought it was family only.
You're my fiancé now. That's the same as being my family.
Yeah, that makes sense. In that case, let's go see her soon, okay? Let me know whenever you're ready.
I will, thanks. I'm sure she'll be really happy.
Hey Mark, I'll be at the hospital in about an hour as planned. See you there?
Oh, hey Bianca. Actually, it looks like my mom's condition is worse than usual today.
What happened? Is she gonna be okay?
The doctors are examining her now.
I see. Keep me updated.
Sorry, I know we planned for you to visit today, but maybe with everything going on, it's not a good time. Would you mind if we rescheduled to another day?
No problem, I understand.
Oh, but you already got ready to go out, didn't you? Do you want to meet up at a cafe or something near the hospital?
I don't mind, but is it okay for you to leave your mother's side at a time like this?
It'll be fine if we keep it brief.
Please, I don't want to cause any trouble. Let's just meet at the hospital another time.
But I want to see you. I finally got a day off work too. And with everything that's going on, I want someone to be by my side.
I see. I guess anyone would feel the same in your situation. All right, let me know when the doctor has finished examining your mom, and I'll meet you in a coffee shop nearby.
Sounds great. Oh, and would you be able to hand over the money then?
For the surgery, right? I was actually planning on giving it to you today, so I've already withdrawn it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're so reliable. And I'm sorry about causing you so much trouble right after getting engaged.
No need to apologize. Anyway, I'll be bringing over $6,000 later, so will that help?
Huh? $6,000. Oh, did I mention the other day that the surgery is gonna cost $50,000?
Yeah, you told me.
So, how come you've only prepared $6,000? That's not nearly enough.
Oh, Well, I thought we agreed that we were gonna save up for your mom's surgery together. Like I said, I don't have that much money, but I wanted to do what I can to chip in for her. I'm really sorry that's all I could afford.
If that's the case, Mom won't be able to get the surgery.
What do you mean?
Since I've paid for her hospitalization and all her surgeries up until now, I've got no money left. Can't you spare any extra?
Sorry, I've got my own expenses to pay, and like I said, I'm only an office worker, so $6,000 is the best I can manage.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know you're not rich. I shouldn't have expected so much from you in the first place. Thanks for the $6,000. I'll sort the rest out myself, somehow.
Are you sure you'll be able to manage?
Yeah, if I sell the house, I might be able to sort something out. I don't know whether my mom will be able to last that long, though.
Okay, I'll think about what I can do to contribute. Sorry I couldn't be of any more help.
That's not the case. You've done more than enough, really. By the way, I've been wondering if we could get married next month. I know this is moving pretty fast, but seeing the state Mom is in, I think it should be sooner than later. Since there's not a lot of time to prepare, maybe we could register ourselves at the town hall and do a proper ceremony once the situation is settled.
Sure, I don't mind.
Okay, cool. Then how about we do it on your birthday next month?
Well, it's a little bit embarrassing to think about getting married on my birthday. But if we do that, I guess remembering anniversaries won't be a problem.
Great. Well, let's figure out the details later, shall we? I still have to go and meet your parents, after all.
Yeah, let's sort it out later. Let me know when you're done at the hospital, okay? Hey Mark, are you done with work for the day? How's your mom doing?
Yeah, I'm finished. You too? I hate to say it, but Mom's not doing so great, actually. It's been a while since I've seen her this bad. I'm really worried.
I see. Sorry to hear that.
Have you managed to get any more money together for the surgery? If you can pay even a little more, I think I'll be able to afford the surgery after all.
About that, I've been thinking I'll need to ask my parents for help, but it's kind of hard to bring up. My dad is retired, so they're both living off the pension these days. They might not be able to spare much.
I see. I guess there's no helping it then. I'll have to get married.
Yeah, we're getting married next month, right? I'm really looking forward to it.
No, not to you.
What do you mean by that?
My boss actually introduced me to his daughter a while back. He's been trying to set me up with her for a while now.
Huh? Your boss's daughter?
He said before that if I were to marry his daughter, he'd pay for Mom's surgery as a wedding gift or something like that.
Are you serious? But that means you'd be getting married to someone you don't love. Unless you do feel something for her?
Of course I don't. You're the only woman for me, Bianca. I love you, but love won't save my mom, unfortunately.
So if I somehow manage to get $50,000 together, we can still get married?
80,000 actually.
What? 80,000? That's not the amount you said before.
I told you my mom has an incurable illness. She's had to move to a different hospital due to a lack of surgeons at the first place. The new hospital is more expensive, so they've added an extra $30,000 to the cost of the surgery. Unbelievable, right?
I see. That's terrible. What's your mother's illness called?
It's a really rare illness, so even if I tell you, you won't have heard of it.
Oh, I see.
So what are we gonna do? Will you be able to get the $80,000?
I don't think I can ask my parents for help after all. I started online dating because my parents were worried about me. I wanted to reassure my parents that I hadn't given up on marriage just because I was turning 30. If I turn around now and ask for a huge sum of money like that, I'll just end up worrying them even more.
Then I'll have to marry my boss's daughter after all.
Wait a minute, Mark, please. Everything is happening so suddenly that I can't keep up. This is crazy.
I have no time to spare. My mom's life depends on this money. It's now or never.
Just give me 1 week. I'll manage something.
You will? Are you sure? Okay, 1 week it is. But if it takes any longer than that, I'll marry the boss's daughter. Got it?
Don't worry. I'll definitely have the money by then. I swear.
Okay, if you say so. Thank you, Bianca. I actually really don't want to marry the other girl anyway.
Why is that?
She's so not my type. Not even average looking, to be honest. But you're kind and sweet and beautiful. You're so much better than her.
You really think so?
Of course. That's why I proposed to you. I love you, Bianca. I want to reject her ASAP and marry you next month like we planned.
Okay, I'll let you know as soon as I have the money.
Great. Talk to you then. Make sure you get it as soon as possible, though. Bianca, I'm at your apartment. Can I come in? Your door's unlocked, you know.
Oh, sorry, I went down to the supermarket.
You shouldn't be so careless. You've got $80,000 in cash lying around, right? What happens if you get robbed or something?
Ah, I see what you mean. But don't worry, I've hidden the money.
So where is it now? Just to confirm.
It's on the toilet shelf.
Alright, I'll go check. Huh, it's not there. You said the toilet shelf, right? I don't see it.
Oh, that's weird. Are you sure? It should be at the back of the shelf. Why don't you take a closer look?
Wait a minute. The bathroom door just shut by itself. I can't open it anymore.
Okay, great. Stay there for a while and think about what you've done.
Hey, what are you talking about?
I think you need to do some self-reflection.
Have you gone mad? Where's the money?
You really think I could prepare $80,000 in less than a week? There is no money. I won't be deceived by you anymore. That whole thing about your mom being deathly ill was a lie, wasn't it?
What? How could you even say that? I could never lie about such a thing.
Your mom is living healthily back in your hometown. She was never even hospitalized. You're unemployed and you've been living off the money you defraud from women, and not just me. There are others, right? You could never lie about such a thing? You're kidding, right? Every word you've said to me was a lie.
I don't understand. But how did you find out?
I haven't spent the last week trying to make money. I've been investigating you. I'm not as stupid as you think I am, you know. I thought your reaction was a bit off when I gave you the $50,000. But I wanted to help you and your mom out so badly if I could, and I believed in you, so I handed it over anyway. But you trampled all over my feelings with your stupid lies. You're the scum of the earth, Mark.
Would you just shut up already? You're so goddamn annoying. If you had the money to investigate me in the first place, then why didn't you just hand it over? Stupid woman.
So that's how you really feel, huh?
I let a 30-year-old hag like you live in a dream world where someone actually wanted to marry you? You could at least show me some appreciation. Thanks to me, you got to believe you actually had a fiancé. Consider the money a fee for my kindness.
You're unbelievable. All the women you've deceived really cared for you, Mark. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Not my problem. It's their fault they got led on so easily.
Yeah, maybe it's our fault for not having enough experience with relationships and being swept off our feet so easily. Maybe we were too naive. But that doesn't give you the right to deceive us.
That's just the kind of world we live in. The strong eat the weak, kill or be killed. I don't make the rules. If you're not street smart, it's only a matter of time before someone takes advantage of you. Anyway, enough about you. Open the door already. I have nothing else to say to you if you've got no money.
But I have something to say to you. Return all the money I've given you.
Yeah, right. You gave it to me because you loved me.
I gave it to you because you lied to me, and now you're gonna give it back to me. Otherwise, I'm reporting you to the police.
Okay, I got it. I'll give you the money. Just don't contact the police. And let me out of here. I promise I'll give it back.
I can't let you out yet. I already told you I won't be deceived by your lies anymore. I've already filed a report, and the police will arrive in a few minutes.
What? You're joking, right?
And I can't call them out without having something prepared in advance, right? Looks like we're both idiots.
What's going on? Why are you doing this? Listen, Bianca, I'm really sorry. I promise I'll give you the money back. Every cent. I wasn't even lying when I said I needed money. The truth is, I'm in a lot of debt.
So what?
So could you think about maybe letting me off the hook? Please. I really did take a liking to you, you know? I was thinking that if I ever got married, you'd be a good catch.
Don't take money from someone you want to marry. And are you kidding me? You think I'm going to believe you at this point? Like I said, I've already filed a report against you. You won't be able to get away with this.
If you let me out now before the police get here, it'll be fine. I'm confident I can escape them. I've done it before. Hey, I know. How about you run away with me? We'll elope together. And then we'll get married for real.
You must be joking. You really think I'm stupid enough to knowingly try and marry a marriage fraudster? How am I supposed to believe you?
What the hell? You loved me, didn't you? You can't deny we had some good times together. It wasn't so long ago you wanted to marry me. So please, just let me go. I'll give you the money back.
Yeah, I loved you once. I worried about you going through hard times and I wanted to help you in any way I could. But I guess I was just a bad judge of character. Same goes for the other women who fell for you. We all wanted to support you, so we all did our best to raise the money you said you needed. What really hurts is not the financial loss, but the betrayal. We all feel that way.
Bianca, I'm sorry. I really am. Please let me explain.
You don't need to explain, Mark.
Really? You forgive me after all?
No, not that. The police have arrived, so there's no point in asking for forgiveness. You're too late. You can say whatever you want to explain during the interrogation.
Wait, Bianca, I love you. Of all the women I've met, you're the only one who I really wanted to marry. But if you turn me over to the police, we'll never be able to get married. You understand? I'm your last chance. You don't want to end up a lonely middle-aged woman with no husband, do you?
Don't worry about that. There are laws that exist to protect idiots like me from being scammed by monsters like you, so I'll be fine. And I'm satisfied with just knowing you've been caught.
Why are you being like this? I only ever got a measly $6,000 out of you. That's nothing.
You've enjoyed scamming women like me out of her money all these years, haven't you? Now it's time for you to pay the price. You should be thanking me. It's not every day you get the chance to go to jail.